Guys, this is probably one of my favorite lessons for everyday math, lesson 4.6. One of my favorite skills that we do in 5th grade is finding coordinates, doing coordinate maps, doing coordinate grids, coordinate things that we do. I like to do a lot of different fun games with it. So this is like the beginning of that. So we're going to do a lot of fun stuff this quarter or this unit. And so this is just the very first part of it. We're going to be in the Everyday Math Workbook lesson 4.6, page 127. So with coordinates, the first thing that I want to show you, a couple little tricks that you need to know, is when you're looking at coordinate maps, the first thing that I always do is I look and see where the letters or where the numbers are. For this one, it's right in the middle of the box. That means that when I look at this, I'm going to look not at the lines, but at the actual box itself. That's going to help you. The next thing that you need to remember is that you always go over and then up. The saying that we used to use here at Kitley, and one of the sayings that we've heard in the past, and I remember when I was little, is my teacher always said you have to run across the playground to go up the slide. You can't just jump to the slide and go up and then run back to me. It doesn't work that way. You have to go there and then go up before you can play. So remember, when you're looking at a coordinate, you're going to go over and then up. Another good way to remember this is alphabetical order. Over starts with an O, up starts with a U, so that means this has to be first. Okay? So if I ever ask you what a coordinate is, like we will down here, you're going to need to go over and then go up. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by looking at this. Sometimes when you look at a map, if you look at an atlas or if you look at a map, you're going to notice that there are grid marks on here that you can see. They're very faint, but you can see them. You also have letters and numbers that help you figure out where they go. So right here it says Bentry is in B1. So I'm going to go over to B and up 1. And in this box right here, technically this is the B1 box. So inside this box, I'm going to find that city. Right here is Bantry. Try finding Belfast. Belfast is at F7. Over to F, up 7. It's going to be somewhere in this box. See if you can find it. All right, so that's going to be right here. Carlo, let's see, E3 over E, up 3. It's in this box right here. Oh, look right here. We found it. So looking at these pictures and trying to find these cities can be helpful, and this is something that you could use in real life. I know that right now in a technology age, I mean, you're doing class and I'm teaching you on a computer, but there are still times where you can actually use an atlas. If for some reason all the internet is out, your phone is not working, you're stuck in the middle of nowhere, if you have access to a map, you can still find your way around and see where you're going. You don't have to have a cell phone or GPS or navigation. If you know how to read a map, then you're going to be fine. All right, let's try to find the next one. Castlebar, it's at B6. So over B, up 6, it's in this box here. See if you can find it and put a star. Done. Derry is at E8. So over E, up 8. It's going to be in this box here. There you go. All right. We're not going to go through all of the ones on here. I do want you to do them on your own. When you are done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have at the very, very end of this video, I'm going to put just a snippet so you can actually pause and see it. I want you to see if you found all of the right cities in the right places. Okay? We're going to look right now at Westport and Wicklow. We're going to try to find those. So I'm going to look really quickly for Westport. So looking around, I know it starts with a W. That might stand up to me. I see Wexford, but that's not it. I do see Wicklow. I know that's one of them we're going to look for. I can find it. Right here, Westport. Now, Westport is literally right here. So my coordinates for Westport would be in this box. So over to B, up 5. So your Westport's coordinates would be B5. I already showed you where Wicklow is. I'm going to put a box around it. I'm going to put my marker right here. What is the coordinates for that square? What coordinates did you get? If I go over to F, up 4, that is where it is, F4. That is what you should have said. Again, at the very, very end, I'll show you a map with all of the cities located for you so you can see it, and just to see how you did, okay? Let's go on to the next part. So, page number 128, plotting coordinate grids. So we're going to use the coordinate grids below, and I'm going to give you directions on how to plot different things. So remember, before you plot anything, you're going to go over and then up. The next thing I want to show you on these coordinate grids, and I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Hang on, let me read. There we go. Notice where the numbers are. The numbers are not on the spaces. They are actually on the actual lines. That means that this line is 1, 2, 3. So I'm counting lines, not spaces for these guys. I wanted to show you and zoom in really quickly. So I'm going to give you directions on what I want you to put on these coordinate grids. All right, so we're going to start by looking at this map, and I want to talk to you about a couple of things that are very, very important to understand. So the dot that I'm going to put right here at 0, 0, I'm going to label it U, that technically is called the origin. The reason why it's called the origin is because if you think of the word origin, it's basically where do things start. So digits, when you start counting, you normally start with nothing. You start at 0. So 0, 0 in the very center and the very bottom of your coordinate grid graph is going to be called your origin. Now we're going to graph a few other numbers and a few other coordinates, and I want you to see if you can figure out where they go. Okay, so we're going to start by labeling letter S. So you're going to find S, and you're going to go to 3, 4. So over 3, up 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. I want you to label that S. Notice that my coordinate 3, 4, I go over and then I went up. Now I want you to see if you can label 4, 3. 4, 3. Try to label that on your own. Pause if you need to. Come back when you're done. All right, if I wanted to go to 4, 3, I would go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to label that T. We're going to label that T. Notice that they have the same numbers, but they're not the same spot. They're flipped. Over 3, up 4, over 4, up 3. Let's try a couple of more. We're going to label M, and I want you to find the coordinate 5, 9. See if you can find the coordinates 5, 9 and label it N. Pause if you need to. M, 5, 9. Over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right here. That will be M. All right, and then N, 9, 5. Try to find that coordinate. Again, pause if you need to. Over 9, up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Awesome. So now that you've mastered that, you know how to find them on the coordinate if I give them to you. Now what you're going to do is you're going to actually find and write the ordered pairs. So now we're going to look at this chart right here, and we're going to find the ordered pairs for these points. All right, so looking at point A, what is my ordered pair for point A? Look at your workbook. How many do you go over? How many do you go up? Find your ordered pair for point A. For this one, I'm going to go over all the way over here, and I'm actually going to follow this line right down, and it stops at 10. I'm going to follow over to 13. So I went 10, 13. Notice when I'm writing my ordered pair, I write it in parentheses, and I put a comma between the numbers. That is how you have to write coordinates in this time, okay? You must put parentheses and you must put a comma between the numbers. All right? Find the coordinates for B. What are the coordinates for point B? This one is going to be over 5, up 13. So 5, 13. All right, the origin. You guys should know that one from before. It's going to be 0, 0. Let's try point C. I'm going to just do this one with you. So we're going to go over 5, up 9. So 5, 9. That's how you look at that coordinates. Again, notice I have a comma between the two numbers and it is in parentheses. Now it says use a straight edge to connect points A, B, and C in order. I'm just going to use a little note card that I have because I think that can help me. There's A to B, and that is B to C. Now what you're going to do is you're going to find coordinates for these letters below. D, E, F, G, H, J, K. All right? D, we're going to go to 6, 10. Over 6, up 10. It was going to go right here. That will be D. E, we're going to go to 9, 10. So over 9, up 10. F, 10, 9. Okay, over 10, up 9. G is 10, 6. Over 10, up 6. H is 9, 5. Over 9, up 5. J is at 6, 5. So over 6, up 5. And my last one, K, is at 5, 6. So over 5, up 6. Use a straight edge and connect the points in alphabetical order beginning at C. What image did you create connecting the points? All right, what did you make? After connecting these points in alphabetical order, we made the number 5. This is why I really like coordinate grids. It's fun to make designs with them. You can actually make all kinds of different things, including coloring designs. So this is why I think it is so fun. We're going to do a lot of different activities with these. This is something where we're going to play some games. If you've ever played the Battleship game, it's kind of the same idea. You use Battleship kind of like we're doing this. So that's a game that I always like to play in the classroom. So we're going to play a game that's very similar to that later. Really take your time on these, guys. It can be a lot of fun. Have a great day.